私はボニー。敵だ。覚えとけ。だけど、助けてくれたのはありがとう。
As I know you guys love this type of video, so once again let's talk about Luffy's naivety or his total lack of interest in women. After all, after the recent events in the One Piece anime with the introduction of Bonney, many people have returned to commenting on how Luffy is possibly asexual or perhaps he is in fact naive. Since once again he had a beautiful woman in front of him, almost without clothes, and yet, Luffy's reaction was that of a person who showed no interest. And thinking about the possibility of Bonney joining the Straw Hat Band, there would be 3 absurdly beautiful women in the future King of Pirates gang. Hancock certainly won't like it if that happens, but maybe she shouldn't worry since Luffy doesn't show interest in any woman. Thinking about it, is Luffy really naive? Or is what Oda-sensei said about Luffy only showing interest when he is next to Usopp the truth about the character's personality? Stay with me, we'll talk about this now. And well, my dear pirates, firstly we have to talk about the elephant in the room. Yes, I know, you know, we all know. Jewelry Bonney is only 12 years old, but this was only revealed to us recently, that is, we have this information, but at the exact moment in the scene where Luffy and Bonney meet, neither I nor anyone else, much less the Straw Hats, they had this information. Even though Luffy saw her as a child and then as an adult woman, the same way Zoro saw her previously. That said, let's not make any anachronisms. We are here based on the idea and information we had until the moment Bonney was presented. Having clarified this part of the subject, let's talk about Luffy and his reactions to beautiful women. Well, as you know, I've already made several videos talking about this subject where I come to the conclusion that Luffy is not in fact naive or asexual. In fact, he doesn't really care. This is all very secondary to his journey. I'm going to leave all these videos on the pin card and you can access them through the card or the video description, okay? Anyway, after seeing the scene where Luffy and Bonney are almost naked and Luffy doesn't show any reaction to seeing a beautiful woman like that, well, maybe what Oda-sensei said about the culprit really being Usopp makes perfect sense. Not that Usopp is a bad person with malicious thoughts, but the fact that he and Luffy are the youngest men, not to mention Chopper, it certainly means that every time they are together they end up acting like 2 children when they are in an amusement park. I would say that they both act like brothers when they get a new video game, or when they receive a new game for their PlayStation or Xbox from their parents, or like children in a candy store. When men are with other men who think in a similar way and their ages are similar, they tend to act in a similar way. The same happens with women, but men's reactions to things that interest them tend to be more blatant. So, when Luffy, along with Usopp, sees Bon Clay's transformation into Nami, or when they both see Nami and Vivi and Luffy's nose bleeds, that's a fact that maybe Oda-sensei really developed that little detail, as the same did not happen with the adult form of Bonney, nor did it happen with Boa Hancock. So I would say that Luffy is not in fact naive. Oda-sensei himself already said in an SBS that Luffy's problem with women is not naivety, but focus. How Luffy will react when he sees a beautiful woman will depend on the moment and the scenario in which they will be involved, and of course, if Usopp is with Luffy. And finally, since we're talking about the Empress of Serpents, well, if Bonney really is going to join the Straw Hats, I believe that Hancock won't be happy at all since Luffy will have another beautiful friend by her side. Of course, Hancock also doesn't know Bonnie's condition in relation to her true age, but knowing the personalities of the 2 characters, I can imagine an interesting clash between the 2. Hancock is a little crazy sometimes, and I would love to see Bonney take advantage of that and use her childlike spirit to tease Amazon Lily's Empress. That would be really funny. Or not, maybe Hancock will mature and realize once and for all that what Luffy wants most is to become the next pirate king and marriage and relationships are second or perhaps third to him. But I want to know your opinion about everything we commented here today. But of course, if you made it this far it's because you like the content, so it doesn't hurt to subscribe to our channel and become one more member of our fleet, my dear pirate. And of course, do not forget to press the like button, that helps a lot in spreading the video and the channel, so help us to become the largest fleet of pirates here on YouTube, okay? A big hug for everyone. And until the next video.